Hey guys, this is Jenna with Hill Valley Farm, and I am here to give the final update of the 2025 spring kidding season. So let's get started. So on April 2nd, Trisha decided to have kids. She had this little guy right here. We call him Double Stuff. And she had that little guy out there. We call him Oreo. I'm sure you can guess why we call him Oreo. So she also had another little buckling. However, he just wasn't right, and he no longer is with us. But these two guys are doing really, really well. I don't know, why the other one. He kind of had the same things. I don't know, acted like the same thing as that one, that Butterfinger, her little doe. But I mean, we tried, and that's all we can do. So it was very sad at the time, but when you have this many and all this going on, you have to expect that not everything is going to be perfect. And so, but these two are perfect. They are doing extremely well. I'm kind of up in the feed room looking down on him, but as you can see, he's very healthy, and we're very happy with how Trisha's doing. I will say that she decided to kid all by herself out in the basically almost in the field. I came out, we were starting chores, and I heard babies crying, and yeah, I thought it was Sugar Rush, one of Puff's kids, and it was not. It was actually 3 little babies laying on the ground, all slimy, and Trisha standing there really not knowing what to do because she is a 2F, but I have a suspicion they pulled her kids last year. So when they do that, they don't know how to damn raise. And so I had Dicey trying to clean them off. That was interesting. I'm like, you literally rejected your kids, but you want to clean these guys. Okay. And of course they were triplet bucklings because, we don't have enough bucklings this year. And so we quickly got her into the kidding pen, and I do not know where Trisha is, but I think she's way out there. I think they're way out there. But anyways, she is doing great, looking great. Her production is just amazing. And so that was Cade's little farm. AX Trisha bred to Blessings at HT Legends Are Made, and that is not at all a surprise because those boys look exactly like Legend. So that is Trisha. Next on the list was Failene. Failene actually freshened with this beautiful little chocolate doe, and that beautiful doe that looks just like her, really. And Failene is one, I think she's way out there. Yeah, she likes to go way out. So anyways, this is one of her does, absolutely beautiful. Caden has named her Staccato. And the other one, don't know where she went, is Trouble. And if you don't know what those are in reference to, it's in reference to music. So he did that last year with Fermata and Fortissimo. And of course, as of now, the bucklings that Trisha had are available. No one has scooped them up. And the doelings that Failene had are, they are retained as of right now. He does not know which one, but I really think he's very partial to this one that keeps looking at us. She's like, hello, Staccato. So that was Failene. She had them. She let me do chores that morning. I came back in, got everything cleaned up, and she started pushing. She was very thoughtful that day, and I really appreciated that. So that was Failene. And then later that evening, during chores, Moon and Mayhem both started pushing at the same time. So this was all on April 10th. And the little goats laying in front of the little doeling there. She's the smaller one. That is Mayhem's doe. I do not know. She had twins. She had a doe and a buck. And I do not know where the buckling is right now, but he's gold. Very, very beautiful. And there's Moon. Moon and Mayhem, I think. Man, Mayhem lived up to her name that night. I was dealing with Mayhem and Kaden was dealing with Moon. And so they were pushing kids out at the exact same time. We were tossing the bulb syringe back and forth several times. And Elk is upset because her kids have left and she doesn't know where they are. So please ignore her. But the little one that just poked their head out, that's Moon's doe. And the one next to her is a buck. He's a Swiss chocolate, or tan and chocolate Swiss. She is a roan. That's the only name I can come up with. Swiss. It's like a chocolate roan. And then she has a small buckskin buck. So she had one doe and two bucks. And Mayhem had buck doe twins. That's Elk right there. She's missing her kids, but it's all part of it. And Mayhem says, "Get away from me. I'm busy." And Risky is just tired of all of them. But so anyways, all was well. I mean, you know, it was just a stressful time in the middle of chores. Everyone's yelling because they're wanting to eat. Some are needing milk. I mean, so that was different, but we got it done. I do not know where her little buckling is. He's really, really cute. But I don't know. He might be in there. Where is he, Moon? Let's see if we can find him. Nobody's in here. Nope. Can't find him. But she did really, really good. And these two, I don't know what's going on, but Dicey and Butterfinger are not really enjoying each other's company right now. I don't know what's going on. Someone said something. That's all I can think of. Girls. And this is all part of it right here. Occasionally we just have that. Hello. Yes, we do. The babies want peace and the mamas need to fight for their place in the pecking order. And then on Saturday, April 12th, Skye decided to go into labor, as did Alice at the same time. Fortunately, they did not kid at the same time. Skye freshened earlier in the day after chores. She had 2 bucklings. So I spent this whole time wanting a Skye daughter, another one, because I have Thistle. And that did not happen. So there's one of her big boys, and there is the other one. The one on the left, we are retaining. He is McLeod. He'll be Hill Valley McLeod of Skye. And the chocolate one, the more chocolate one, is Hill Valley Angus of Skye. And so I still went with the Scottish theme there. And I do not know where Alice is. She's one that likes to be out there. But I'm trying to see if I can find her kids too. Please understand, we have like a lot of kids running around. So if I don't see them right away, that's why. But aren't these guys cute? I absolutely adore him. I love them both. They are really very, very correct as far as bucks go. Love the rump structure. Love the width in the rear end, and the in the back and the legs. The natural width between the hocks is absolutely stunning to me. It's something that we have never seen here until we brought Leroy. But I mean, you can see it as he walks away, and it's something we needed, and I am so incredibly happy with what Leroy has done, other than the fact that he produced a lot of bucks. This is one of Alice's. She is her smallest. So Alice had 2 does and a buck. I told Alice that was a great ratio to end with. And so that is, there's Puff. That's one of Alice's. And that might be the only one over here. Yep. So she's the only one. That's Sugar Rush. So if you're, I will do a little snippet here. If you're looking for a doeling, buckling, we have some available. I've actually sold the two does that are in milk. I'll tell you a little bit about who I ended up letting go of later. Oh, and there's Alice's other two. They were under the hay feeder. And so, one of them looks just like Moon's. It's him. Moon's has blue eyes, and that's Alice's only buck, the brown-eyed one. And then the other one is to the left of him is a little doe. And so that is Alice. Alice walked up. Yep. Okay. So here's Failene, and here's Alice. Hi, Alice. Alice is losing finally her wool. So like the areas that you see that are gray on her is actually like her wool. And I do not know what is going on, but all the does are mad at each other. I don't know. Someone said something. They're very upset. Except for Skye. Skye is just being a love bug. Yes. Yes, you are. Hi, Daisy. Hello, Alice. Hello, Callie. So anyways, that was Skye and Alice. And that wrapped up the kidding season of this year, of the spring season. I'm still deciding if we're gonna have any in the fall. Just kind of depends, but that is it for them. So all in all, it was a very successful year for the most part. We bred 20 does. We ended up having, sorry, when the dogs bark, I have to look. We ended up having 18 does freshen. I'm looking at my numbers. We had 27 bucks and we had 15 does. So the ratio could be worse, and I'm well aware of that. But as you can see, it was a very, very buck heavy year for us. And in some ways it's kind of nice, because it's not nice, but sometimes it works out better because it makes your decision easier on what you're going to retain, and it also keeps your numbers low. But at the same time, if you know anything about the goat world right now, or the Nigerian world, the market is absolutely flooded. It is excessively hard for us to sell right now, and I have more than I've ever had to sell. So sales are going, but they're slow. It's not like where, you know, a couple years ago or even last year, a doeling would come out and she would be sold that evening to someone on the reservation list. And so, I mean, we had a couple on the reservation list. One backed out right when Skye was in labor. He was on a list for a doe. She had 2 bucks. I mean, so anyways, that happens, you know, whatever you're doing. But it was a successful year. We did have some heartbreaking moments, and that a big one is one that I'm going to share in the next video. I'm not going to get into that right now. But yeah, so it was good to, but you know, I've had so many ask me, will you breed that many again? You know, how was it? I will not breed that many again. I would really like to get our numbers down to where I don't even have that option to breed that many at once ever again. And so that's something that we have learned, you know, kind of like last year. I worked summer school and I decided I could only handle 10 in milk. Well, we had 18. Now I have 17. I'm about to have 16 because, again, I've sold 2. The 2 milkers that I have let go of are Hill Valley Watch This Madness. Maddie left last Friday. And of course that was not an easy decision. It's always really hard to sell your adults, but it's even harder when you sell the adults that are sweet, easy keepers, just easy going, calm, really good on the milk stand. It's hard to sell those when you're, especially when you're dealing with what seems like 10,000 first fresheners on the stand. So she was a 2F, so she wasn't even well seasoned, but she was really good on stand. And so it's hard to let that go, but to keep numbers down, I had to move someone. So we decided early on that we had 4 3-year-olds. We would let 2 of them go, and the 2 that we let go was of course Maddie, and the other one is Hill Valley Mimo Mirabella. So Mirabella, she just sold today. I'm actually, well, I don't normally say that without getting a deposit, but I'm currently waiting on the deposit. So 95% sure she's sold, and she will be a homestead milker, which is what I said she would be good at. And Maddie, I don't really know what the plan is. She would be great in the show ring, and that is an option for this individual that got her. So I'm excited for that prospect. But both of them are lovely does, and same with Mirabella. So calm, so easygoing. You can do anything with them, you know, like checking the formaggio is so easy, milking them, whatever you need to do. You can trim their hooves, clipping them, it's easy. So it's hard to let those go, but again, to keep our numbers down, to be able to retain the does we want to retain, and there will be more that go, and I'll get into that later. But I wanted to kind of I know it's been a while, but guys, it has been really slamming busy, and if I'm out here, I'm usually working my tail off, and I haven't gotten a chance to just get the camera out and do something with it. And so that's why it's been a long time. And like I said, we did have a major heartbreak, so I won't get into that. That'll be the next time. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you haven't, be sure to subscribe. We have a lot of animals that are available. So check us out on Facebook, Instagram. We're even on TikTok. Not that I've been posting a lot there either. And especially this time of year, our website. I'm really trying to keep up with the website and who is available and when they can go and things like that, and how much they are. So check out the website if you're interested in getting one of our goats, because you know what, we got a lot of them, lots of good pedigrees in there, and also lots of production and really good conformation. So let me know if you need a goat. So until I see you guys again, we hope you have an awesome goat field day.